Hi, I'm Lydia Robertson, your spiritual fitness coach for today. And I want you to pause for a minute and think, when I say joyful, who is the first person that comes to your mind? I'm sure you can think of one person, maybe multiple, who radiates joy. Perhaps you envision someone who exudes happiness effortlessly, laughing contagiously, or embracing life with optimism. Maybe it's someone who, despite facing trials, remains anchored in their faith, radiating joy through their resilience and unwavering trust in God. Now, I want to talk about a man in the Bible who gives us a glimpse into some of his very joyful moments. This is King David. King David is described in the Old Testament as a man after God's own heart. When I think of individuals in the Bible who had a roller coaster relationship with God, I think of David. David's life story is quite the saga, starting off with humble beginnings as a shepherd and eventually becoming the king of Israel. In his lifetime, he saw success and prosperity, but David also sinned against God. He faced moments of loss and hardship. He committed adultery and plotted to have a man killed. David's life was marked by sincere devotion to God, with many missteps along the way. I would say that David saw some high highs and some low lows. We can read many stories about David in the Old Testament, but we get a glimpse of his raw emotions in his music and poems. His songs and poetry can be found in the book of Psalms, which is one of my very favorite books of the Bible. Some of my favorite psalms are those in which David expresses true and authentic joy. We see him do this in the form of heartfelt praise and adoration for God. Let's look at Psalm 103, where David writes, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy, who satisfies you with good, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles." In Psalm chapter 16, verse 11, David writes about the joy that he has experienced through a life with God. "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." And the final example of David's joy that we will look at today is in Psalm 21, where David writes about rejoicing in the Lord's strength. "For you make him most blessed forever. You make him glad with the joy of your presence. For the king trusts in the Lord, and through the steadfast love of the Most High, he shall not be moved." So, what is our challenge from these songs of King David? Grow in joy by calling out the goodness in your life. Our challenge today is to do as King David did. Talk about, sing about, or write about the goodness that you experience from God. As we call out these blessings, we are cultivating joy in our lives. Some days, the joy and praise will come easily. Other days, it may feel like there is not much to be joyful about. No matter where you stand today, God is the constant in our lives, the Father who is offering us grace upon grace while giving us a deep and unconditional love. Now, go win today with joy.